Hey Nagani, well I hope you made this green Christmas a merry one. It's been a while. I've kind of been busy. And speaking of busy, so has been the city of Nagani with the downtown redevelopment project. A while back I caught up with city manager Nate Heffron to get the skinny on all of the little projects going on around Iron Street. Here's the first of our three-part series on the redevelopment of downtown. Check it out.
The Nagani Downtown Enhancement Project, which is known, or also as the Streetscape Project, is a $3.4 million project. So really, this project is two projects in one. First, we have our infrastructure, which is the major portion of this project, and then we have the fluffy stuff, the park stuff, the fun things, which is the grant we received from the state for something they call placemaking. So let's start with the infrastructure portion of that, and that's roughly about $2.5 to $2.6 million. So if we were never going to be doing anything with the streetscape, we were always going to be spending some type of money in downtown Nagani. We were already planning to do a major water main replacement in downtown. So with that, we also decided, since the street's torn up, we're going to fix other infrastructure that's underneath that street as well. So what did we fix? We fixed a major sewer line that ran through there. We also fixed some storm drainage issues that we had, which may or may not benefit building owners downtown, but it also redirects water that was going in other parts of Nagani Street, chiefly under the viaduct, and reroutes all that water in the underground passageway that is Partridge Creek.
So the infrastructure underneath was long overdue for an update. But above ground is where we're starting to see the redevelopment take shape.
The grand entrance to Nagani getting to downtown is right off of Jackson Street. So as you turn on Jackson Street, you're going to see that there's quite a few changes. You're not going to be able to park on Pioneer Avenue on the right-hand side anymore, all the way up to Iron Street. We've created what we call traffic calming. That area was a wide swath where you had about 4 different drive spaces through that area, and you have parking spaces and all that. So it's a huge area for maintenance, a huge area for confusion, and really not safe for pedestrians. So we've closed this space up a bit. Now at this point, you'll notice if you're driving in that area that we now have 2 traditional driving lanes.
Not only is the traffic way cleaned up on Pioneer, there's also been a rerouting of a notoriously awkward intersection by the fire hall.
Well, the town was designed for horses at one time, so here we are, we're left over with something from yesteryears that we're just trying to work with. So when we designed the whole downtown enhancement project, we looked at that area specifically and how we can clean that area up. Again, one of our goals was to make the community more walkable, and in addition to that, we were trying to make the community more safer. Plus, we're right by a fire hall, so it makes it a little bit more difficult at times when a fire truck needs to come out in emergency and it's just prone and waiting for an accident to happen. It was the wisdom of the DDA and the wisdom of the council to decide to kind of clean this area up a bit. So what we've done is we created a new area called Firefighter Square. And what's going to be happening there is we're creating a green space in that area with a lot of landscaping. We're going to be putting out some historic photos, kind of like an interpretive signage about the fire department and the fire hall from historic photos. And then we're going to have this really cool statue created, very similar to the one out at Jackson Mine Pit #1. With the miners out there, it'll be a stacked steel type structure, but it'll be a firefighter. And this space is meant to honor firefighters. So the biggest changes you'll see there, besides just the landscaped area now, is you're going to see you can't drive from Lincoln Street up towards the fire hall or up to Iron Street anymore. That section, that block, is now effectively a one-way street. So it only affects a few different households. But what we gain out of that is more control and safety measures in that intersection. In addition to that, you'll notice there'll be several parking spaces that have been created, some available to the public, but a lot of them that are going to be just for firefighters. They'll be signed, and firefighters from Nagani will be able to have little placards in their vehicle that allow them to park there. Because the point is, if there's an emergency, they're going to park where they need to, when they need to put that fire out and save your life or save your structures within the community.
Makes sense to me. Join me next time as we discuss Erickson Park, Curie Park, and Irontown Plaza. Until then, thanks for watching Irontown Talk.